Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is Aborted. I've been thinking you've been having too much fun lately, so I'm here to put an end to it. So, this is a song called Condemned to Rot. It's from this album, Vault of Horrors, and yeah, that's definitely a Vault of Horrors. You might be unfamiliar with Aborted, but back in 2007, and I've got it on my screen in front of me, back in 2007, I was sent their album, Slaughter and Apparatus. And back in 2000, I was sent it to review, by the way. I used to do reviews. I know I keep saying this, but I never know who's watching me and whether they have any clue who I am or whatever. So their album was sent to me. Back in the days when people sent you their CD in the post and you wrote a review, you know those, remember those days? Some of you not. So this was in 2007, and in 2007 I was not into extreme metal. I mean, I kind of was, but you know, less than I am now, shall we say. So I just called up the review that I wrote in 2007 because for some reason this band really clicked with me. I don't know why. And, well, I don't know why, but the reason is, of course, because they're really good and much better than you expect. It's one of those bands with one of those names, and you go, you know, straight away, and then you hear it and you think, oh, this is actually really good. So back in 2007, this is, I'm not going to paraphrase, this is word for word what the first paragraph of my review for Slaughter and Apparatus back in 2007 was. February the 11th, 2007. I wrote, ever been run over 11 times? Ever had a piano fall on you from a great height like a Bugs Bunny cartoon? Ever listened to an aborted CD? Well, let me tell you, they all equate to each other perfectly. This is death metal with a sprinkling of hardcore and kicks you in the nuts time after time after time. Every song is like being assaulted by a rhino. Are you getting the point yet? And I wrote, are you getting the point yet? That's not me. Just this is brutal metal that anyone who thinks they like their metal extreme would do well to pick up. Technically brilliant, and for a death metal album, very well recorded. Bear in mind, this is 2007. Death metal, black metal, you know, recording. You see, even back then I was on about production. It could be a bit iffy. So I put Slaughter and Apparatus may just take over from Zyklon's Disintegrate as my new benchmark. Anyone remember Zyklon? Remember that? And then blah, 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 blah. Off I went into what the album was. But this isn't about that. But the point is, Aborted was a band that I should not have liked. And for some reason, it clicked with me. And it was like, ooh, you know? You know when you have those ooh moments. So now I've bigged it all up, I'm slightly worried because I genuinely have not heard this. This song features Francesco Paoli from our favourite Flesh God Apocalypse. I've no idea what he's doing on this, or whether he's just going to come in and go, wah, or what, I haven't a clue. Not heard it. Very interested to hear what 2024 Aborted sounds like. Because that was 2007. Let's see. And you know what? I'm not sure how much of this I've heard since then. Consider, like, that album is still on my iPod to this day. And I'm not sure how much of their stuff I've heard since then. Interesting. Wonder why. Let's fix that. Condemned to Rot by Aborted. Lovely. Just had may have had a seizure at some point there. Yeah, they've really mellowed. Normally, and that's the weird thing. Normally, I am not a fan of the throwing up in a bucket style of singing, that kind of thing. And I think it's just the sheer ferocity and technicality of what Aborted do that kind of carries it for me. The vocals are not, they're not vocals. It's just an instrument. You know, it's a sound that goes with all of the technical sort of barbarity of what they do. This is definitely not going to be for everyone. This is probably not going to be for a lot of people. But these folks have been around a long time. That drumming is off the chart, isn't it? That's just like, what on earth? So something about their album in 2007 really clicked with me. And this, I think, still has the same effect, where you're just kind of going, and it's the sort of thing you play people if you want to really shock them, if you want to just say, do you want, you know, how far does metal go? And it's like, listen to this. But you'll just break that person, of course. Don't do that, because they'll just think that that's metal and they'll hate it forever. It's kind of an amazing construction, and it's an amazing sort of blow your ears off sound that you definitely can't ignore. I'm just looking at, I'm being slightly distracted because that review's on the screen in front of me and I keep looking at it. Even then, so I cannot fault the musicianship on show here. A session drummer. Oh, they must have had a session drummer. And I've put, you know, that guy must have had steel springs for ankles. And they've not changed. So, yeah. Wow. What do you do when you need to replace your drummer in this band? Like, can you play at 1,000,000 miles an hour? Anyway, I'm just whittling now. My brain's literally just been slightly fried. And so, it's not going to be for everyone. But it's worth exposing yourself to these things. Let me know what you think, everybody, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.